Peace in, family. Peace in, one and all. Damn, right about now. What's good, my peoples? I pray you are well. I pray you have rested in peace and have now risen in power to another revolution around this wonderful sun. Peace in, everybody, man. Oh my God. Life is an interesting place, man. It's such an interesting place. But I feel good. I feel very pleasant, happy, elated, just to connect with you guys again. Yeah, it doesn't feel right when I don't, because this is a part of my love service, and this being my love service, I have to do it. I have to find a way to be able to connect, just because it's part of my love service, like breathing. It's like you don't feel right once you're in it. You don't feel right when you're not. So yeah, family, I pray everybody's well, peaceful. It's an exciting day. Yeah, man. Life is happening right now, family. Woo! Life is happening right now, and we're in this we're in a movie. I feel like technology is taking us away from the true wonder of life. Oh, I watched the movie a couple days ago. If you guys haven't seen this film, I want you to go and watch this film. Are you ready for this film? You know me. If I'm telling you to watch a film, I hardly get to watch films. So if I'm telling you to watch a film, it's got to be worth it. Some of you with children probably watched this already, but maybe you might need to watch it again. If you can, go and watch the movie Onward. Who's seen that film, Onward? Who's seen that film, Onward? Such a beautiful movie. It's a Pixar animation film about these almost literally about what I talk about all the time. It's about these mythical creatures who hundreds of years later become these, similar to our society, these mythical, magical people who eventually trade their magic for advancements in technology. So they become very lethargic with their history, with their magic, with their wonder, with their purpose, with their natural superpowers. They become very lethargic with these abilities because technology has come in and has just made life very monotonous and the same across the board. They now earn money. They now use, gas stoves instead of whatever would you call it? Instead of their magic wands and stuff like that. And I really love the film because, again, it brings to visual what I have seen in my visions about who we are, and I'm becoming more and more convicted as I piece together the natural laws, of life. When I piece together the spirit of nature, when I piece together the purpose for which God has brought us into being, when I piece together who we are versus who we believe we are, when I piece together these things, I have come to the conclusion that what we call normal life is not normal. And what we call magic, myth, what we call myths, mythology, fantasy, that's actually normal life that we have forgotten. You see, we have forgotten this magic. You see, and the more we get caught up in the mundane, the more we get caught up in technology that usurps our own intelligence, when we trade in our natural intelligence, our divine rhythm for algorithms, right, and artificial intelligence, is the more and more we are unable to see. We stand behind the veil of magic. You see, we currently sit behind the veil of magic. When every single day, every single moment of every single day, we are interacting with very, very, very magical experiences. And we cannot see it. We cannot see it. Because even as magical as our phone is, you know, our phone is essentially a magic wand, right? But as magical as it is, we cannot see and observe the magic of the phone, because we stand behind the veil of its powers. You see, so movies like that one, Onward, give you a visual representation of what has happened to you and I, particularly the natural man and woman, the people of nature, the people whose history stems back as long as the earth itself was created. Yes, you people, the natural man and woman, have come so far from your magic, from your natural spiritual powers, that today we marvel at the iPhone 12. We shiver at 5G technology, as if we are not nature itself. And nature is, by definition, the spirit of God. So what can overcome us? What power is more powerful than the consciousness that moves us in rhythm? Nothing is the answer. What intelligence is beyond the intelligence that comes with being aligned with the rhythm of God? Nothing is the answer. But when you live outside of that rhythm, when you live outside of that consciousness and intelligence, then everything seems like it's there to overcome you. Everything seems like it's beyond you. And the smartest, the most intelligent, the most natural among us seem like the most stupid. You see what I'm saying? It's like me. I remember being in LA. I was in LA one time, and I don't know why, but I had the urge to go to a dance class. There was this really famous dance studio called Wildebeest in LA. I think I went to take my friend. I can't remember why I went there. But anyway, there was this famous dance class in LA called Wildebeest, and I just loved the way they move. And I was living in LA at the time, and I just got really attracted to the way they and I thought, you know what, I want to try this dance class. This is so cool. Now I'm remembering why. This is when Cesar Rojo was being born in me, and I felt like I needed to go to a dance class because I felt like I wasn't moving enough. Yes. Oh wow, I'm piecing together a lot of things, because that was the time when I made two of my music videos, Foundation Love and No Injections. I made those videos in LA, and in those two videos, those are the first two videos where I began to just move my body in in music videos. Foundation Love, with the two sisters, Amiri and Tafari, and then No Injections, where I shot on the beach. And so that time I was really being called to move more. But in LA, you know, I was like, okay, maybe I need to go to a dance class. Long story short, I went to the dance class, and let me tell you something. I felt like I did not know how to dance. Yes, I felt like what is going on? Because they'd be like, all right, guys, we're going to hit them with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 5, 7, and woo, wah. And then I'll be sitting here with like these 10-year-old white girls and these 15-year-old Mexicans and some next black dudes, all kind of people. And they're hitting these moves, right? And I'm confused. Past the first step, I'm like, well, what going here? Me must have missed something. You know why, family? Because my head is caught up in the maths. I'm trying to do maths with dancing. And that is the most unnatural thing to do. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to do up maths. I'm doing up maths with dance. And that's not the realm. Now, this is the thing. There's certain things. There's levels to this maths. And my dancing is more metaphysics. You get what I'm saying? I move on a different intelligence. And so that's one thing I realized. I'm like, nah. This is technicalities. This is how you train unnatural people to dance. Not that learning how to dance is bad. It's a great thing. You see, routine is good. It's awesome for discipline. But those are different subjects of dance. You see? And that's when I was like, yeah, this is not the kind of thing that I do. Because immediately the purpose of why I move is removed. Because now I'm thinking about calculations. I'm trying to add up shit. Whereas if you just flung on music, I would show everyone in here what I go on, including the teacher. You get what I'm saying? You can't hit it like me. You know what I'm saying? But that taught me something, family, about natural rhythm. Yes? About where intelligence lies. And some of us, especially a lot of us black children, our intelligence in school did not shine through. Some of us, we didn't get the grades in the class, in the academic system. You see, because that's not where our intelligence shines. But that does not mean we are not intelligent. That does not mean often those very same people who do poorly in academics are the people who do amazing in the world of humanities, in the world of creation, in the world of innovation, because they are pulling from their imagination and they are moving on rhythm as they are inspired. A lot of academic people cannot do that. They have to study their way into breakthroughs, whereas creative people move on inspiration. So they enable themselves to download things that are not present. I'm saying to you people, to my natural people, this is more likely what you are. Yes, this is more like what you are. You are more like the person who moves off inspiration, whose intelligence shines through when you submit your rhythm to that intelligence, as opposed to putting building blocks towards it. Does that make sense? It's the other way around. You are inspired and the blocks come through your inspiration. All of that to say, family, there is magic and wonder all around us, and we must remember. And so watch that film, Onward. It's a great way to understand how it actually works. The film, it was so beautiful because it was about them remembering their history and bringing their history back into fruition, and learning about their powers. The boy became confident. The boy became strong. He got to understand that he's a wizard, and be able to connect to that part of him, empowered his life and gave him purpose. Yeah, and this is what the veil is being pulled from my eyes about life, and I can no longer ignore. I can't really ignore this fact anymore. And so it's becoming more and more apparent that not only is this heaven, where we are right now, heaven is earth, paradise is earth, but we have just lost the memory. Yes? We have just lost the memory, family. And now it's time to bring heaven back into our memory. That's what I'm talking about. We've just lost the memory of heaven. Heaven is our way of life. Heaven is our nature. Heaven is our nature, family. Our nature. Our nature is heaven, which is righteousness, which is the commitment to love. That's our nature. You see? And so it's about bringing on the memory. And this is our life's work. There's a lot of things that we want to become. And, family, I want to preface what I'm about to say with we need to stop being so selfish. The body is never satisfied. I want you to understand that. Whatever you feel like your body needs, it will never not need it. Your body will always want it. I feel myself going on a tangent, but it's important. The body is selfish. It's always going to want what it wants. It's never not going to want what it wants. So like when you feel like you want to fast, but you're like, I want one more piece of food. It's always going to want food. It's just a decision not to. When you need to cut off that man or that woman, but you're like, I just want one more juk. You know what I'm saying? I just want one more juk because that little juking, nices me. You get what I'm saying? But you're supposed to leave that man. You're supposed to leave that woman alone. But you want one more little juks. You get what I'm saying? Your body's always going to want that juks. It's just a decision. You see what I'm saying? When you need to cut sugar out your diet, when you need to cut alcohol out your diet, when you need to stop going to that rave, stop eating from that place. Do you get what I'm saying? You need to, all of these things that you need to do, but you're like, your body's always gonna want it. That's the whole point. Yeah? And so we need to get that in our head. There's never you're not gonna wake up and no longer want sex. Doesn't work like that. You get what I'm saying? It's your focus and your discipline that shifts the idea of it and the placement or importance of it. You're not going to wake up and not want food. Everyone wants food. Even the person who dedicates their life to not eating, you're going to want food. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and the body is malleable. You can become and not become anything at any moment. Do you see what I'm saying? So the idea, it's just about now, we have to go beyond the momentary pleasure and desire and look towards that which we wish to become. And that goes beyond our body. Come on, family. I want you to get me. I want you to get what I'm saying right now. What you desire to become is not about your body. It's about your memory. And your memory does not just belong to you alone. Memories, family, your memory and your dedication to your memory and your application to your memory and your discipline to your memory, family, allows your memory to become a portal and a resource for other people. A resource particularly for your family. Your family. Your memory, your discipline to a memory, your dedication to a memory eventually becomes a resource for yourself and your family and those who partake in the memory of you. I used this example the other day with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is a resource that we tap into. Just a resource. Michael hasn't made a song in how many years, but he's a resource. His energy is a resource. Why is it a resource? Because it's a dedication. He was not dedicated to money. His memory was nothing to do with money. His memory was nothing to do with impressing you. His memory was everything to do with cultivating his art and creating. That is why he's a continued resource. That is why his memory is not limited to time, space, era. He is beyond time, space, era, and fashion. You see what I'm saying, family? And so similarly to you, family, when you are looking at your dedications, your love service, that which you are submitting your life to, that which you know you wish to become, it's not about your fleshly experience. It's about the memory that exists beyond it. Why is this important to what I'm saying? Because family, on the road to heaven, yes, on the journey to creating and manifesting heaven in your surroundings, on the journey to disciplining yourself to heaven, to the compass of heaven, to the vehicle of heaven, on the journey, you must remember this is not about your body alone. This is about the memory bubble you are able to produce with yourself and others. You see? So that your children, you've got to understand, yeah? You've got to understand, family, that your children will be able to produce. They will stand on your shoulders. More appropriately, they will stand on your memories, family. And so the magic that you wish to experience, yes, the environments you wish to cultivate, the wonder that you know is a part of this life will be manifested in the memory of your children and your children's 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 children. This is why we must not be selfish. It's not about our bodies. Our bodies just carry memories. We are datas. We are glorified USBs. We're glorified USBs, universal storage base. Yeah? So why is that important? Let's use the film as an example. The film, the boy was the one who got to go on magical quests, but his father, his dead father, before he transitioned, put in his son's mind the memory of wizardry. Even though his father was just an accountant, his father implanted in his son the memory of the history of their wizard lineage. And he left him with tools, he left him with spells, he left him with gems, literal gems, that he did not have the full comprehension of, but he knew that if he could just live to give his son the right memory, his son would be so inspired that he could manifest it in the physical, creating new memories. Memories that would actualize things that were a figment of his Father's imagination. We have to live beyond our own body. We have to live as the consciousness that is already in your children, that is already in your great-grandchildren, that is already in the children of 2099 who are now listening. They are now praying back to you and I in this moment. They are praying back to you. They are praying back to you and us. They are listening into our life. They are listening into the memories that we are creating in this body. They are listening and they are praying and they are meditating on you and I and are asking for guidance. And what you do today, your sun up to your sundown, is what they are tapping into, is the resource that they are tapping into through meditation. They are going into deep sleep, tapping into the realm of consciousness where time and space do not exist. And they are able to connect with you right now. Are you listening? Or are you and I getting caught up in the flesh, the spoils of the flesh, and not using the flesh for what it was made to be used for, which is to be a magic wand of memory, not a place of degradation, which removes us from our own power? How have we been spoiled so much that this body is now the agency in which we get removed from our divinity, when this body was meant to be an expression of our divinity? You lot following me? So family, we are tapped in. We are tapped in and the children are listening. I don't care if you push your child out in your physical existence, you are listening. How many of us are children of Tupac? Tupac was speaking to me when he said, I may not change the world, but I will spark the brain of the one who will change the world. He was speaking about me. Yet he is not of my flesh and blood, but I am his child. How many children do you have that will not be spawned of your DNA, but spawned of your memory? Again, this is where selfishness, we only look out for our children. Because I got one child or two child or no children, then that's the amount of children I look out for. This is why our ancestors were so beautiful in their proverb. It takes a village to raise a child. Because the parents are just the agents. They're just the sole responsibility. But the community takes charge in rearing that child, because it's the memory that they wish to inculcate in the child that is important. This is why we suffer today, family, because we are just looking out for our bodies and our bodies alone. And this is the life that has been produced because of it. The life that has been produced because of it is what we experience today. We're looking after our bodies and our bodies alone, family. And this is why we don't get to experience the magic. This is why we don't. Because our flesh has got us scared. Our flesh has got us scared. That's it. Our flesh has got us scared of everything. Our flesh is so weak. So weak. So weak. So weak. Our flesh has got us scared of everything. Worried about dumb shit. It's evolution time, family. You worried about 5G. You worried about 5Gs and all of these things. These are man-made things, family. It's time for you to evolve like technology. Don't worry about 5G. Worried about your energy. 5G is here, fam. You can't stop these things. It's time for you and I to evolve. It's time for you and I to evolve. And if you can't evolve, you're going to have to die. You're going to have to perish. Sorry. Sorry. It bees like that. It bees like that. God is not emotional. You are. God is not emotional. You're emotional. Your ancestors are emotional. Angels are emotional. God is not. Everything after God is emotional. That's the whole point. God is not emotional. God is mathematics. God goes with whatever emotion is necessary to complete the maths. And if that means killing your ass, so be it. Do you get what I'm saying? If that means flooding, that's why people can't comprehend the Bible. Oh, it says God is all loving. But then God will just wipe out the world one time for them Babylon ways. You can't understand. God be making, God be sending plagues. But then you can't understand. You think God is emotional like you. But baby Brian was only born yesterday. I need to give him a chance at life. No, pow, baby Brian, I'm sorry. You was a part of Sodom and Gomorrah. Next. You're not completing the maths. Your maths. Next. Think God is emotional. God is, watch this. I'm going to tell you how, let me tell you. God is as emotional as you are killing spiders when you're trying to clean your house. God is as emotional as you are getting rid of the homes of spiders, spider webs, when you spring cleaning. You ain't going around looking, oh, I'm sorry, spider, but I have guests coming today. And so, no, you just sweep that one time. Go build the next house, my youth. Go on, go build the next house. Nobody tell you to set up round by my computer. Nobody tell you to pitch up by my bathtub. Nobody tell you to rest yourself by my, you know what I'm saying? I know some of you look, big up Sarah. I do that as well, Sarah. You know what I'm saying? But you do it, but you end up, you understand? God is not emotional. So if you need to die in the evolution of this planet, so be it. Your memory will live on. Your flesh will move on. Back to earth. You renting it anyway. Don't get mad at God when God repossesses your rental. Some of you lot not taking care. God is the landlord of your flesh. Some of you lot ain't taking care of the house. God's home. You get what I'm saying? Some of you lot sage your house, but put nastiness in your body. And let all kind of man up in your body. Let all kind of girl up in your energy. Some girls are demons. Do you get what I'm saying? With nice bodies. Some girls are demons. With awesome bodies. You know what I'm saying? Some men, they got the bass in the voice, the 6 packs, the melon, babes, obvious, you know, demons, you know what I'm saying? You see? But when you're in the flesh wants what it wants. You know what I'm saying? The flesh wants what it wants, you know what I'm saying? So, this is it. Oh. So family. So, this is not an emotional thing. If we have to become like God, it's not an emotional thing. Emotions are there to help us experience life. It's a tool. Our emotions are tools. We're not to become our emotions. And so how do we train our emotions when we've been nurtured in other way? This is the most annoying and simplest thing. Watch this. We think it's about saging. It's not about saging. Saging is wonderful. But it's not about saging. It's about fasting. It's about fasting beyond your emotions. It's about disciplines beyond your emotions. I know. It's not sexy. Doesn't sound very sexy. Doesn't sound sexy, does it? God willing, inshallah, this Sunday coming, we're going to be going into the laws of Tehuti. In our Ma'at study class, we're going to be going into the laws of Tehuti, right? And if you guys are a part of the Ma'at activation class, yeah, if you are a part of that, then please read up on this chapter this week, this law, because I'm going to be going in on Sunday, and I'm going to be talking about I'll be breaking down some stuff. If you want to be a part of that study class, go to worldchangerlife.com and just sign up to be a part of the 21 days. Not 21 days. It's definitely not 21 days. It's be a part of the Ma'at study class. And yeah, sign up. You can download the book from the website for free. So you have a PDF version as well. And yeah, you could just go to the chapter. But family, fasting and discipline, responsibility, all of those words. Oh, I know. All of those words, family, that seem like that you and I have probably been running away from. All of those words as a millennial generation that were like swear words to our very existence. Fast? What do you mean I can't have that? What do you mean I'm not allowed to eat that? What do you mean I can't have sex with her? What do you mean I can't have sex with him and him and him and him? Don't you know? It's 2020. I do what I want. What do you mean I can't drink? What do you mean I can't smoke? I pop any pill I want. Dress how I want. Wear what I want. Hey, alhamdulillah. Praise to the Lord. Hey, you get what I'm saying? Cool. You know what I'm saying? But family, discipline, fasting, responsibility are the very, very, very keys to magic. Go and watch I love Disney for this. Go and watch the film Onward. Let's watch the film Onward. Please watch it. Family, the film's so good, honestly. The film is so good. I watched it back to back. Like, I watched the film, it ended, and I rewound it back to the beginning and watched it again because of what I was able to see. Everything's about what you're able to see. But from what I got for the film, I needed to watch it twice. And then I made my sisters watch it. My two younger sisters. I made them watch it. And then I watched it with them again. See, I don't watch films. When I watch a film, I really watch it. But how was his magic produced? How was he able to really see and experience the majesty of his powers and his ability? Discipline. Fasting. He had to go beyond the spoils and the limits of his fleshly understanding. He had to do that. He had to do that. He had to go beyond the limits of understanding. And what was it led by? What was it led by? His highest intention. It was led by his highest intention, family. His entire spiritual growth was led by his highest intention. And look what he did on the way. Don't piss me off. I should be doing movie breakdown. I'm going to do movie breakdowns. Because honestly, if you got children, this is a way for them to understand their spiritual journey. Right? But what was his highest intention is a question that you want to ask. What happened to everyone else on his path when he was led by his highest intention? Look at what happened to every other person that was around him. No spoilers. I'm sorry. Let me not spoil it. But I just want you lot to observe what happened to everyone. Then, now this is all about what you're able to see. But then, of course you love movie breakdowns. You're from the school of Andrew Muhammad, the breakdown king. The breakdown king. But family, movie club is a good idea. Make it happen. But family, this is about your ability to be able to see yourself. The movie is called Onward. It's on Disney Plus right now. And if you ain't subscribed to Disney Plus, I don't know. I don't know what to tell ya. Don't know what to tell ya. But family, the movie's called Onward. And yeah, Onward is Onward. But all of that to say, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's funny we're speaking about Brother Andrew Muhammad, because Brother Andrew Muhammad, who is the king of movie breakdowns, and I'm definitely gonna get him to do a movie breakdown. In fact, all right, leave it with me, family. Andrew Muhammad is my mentor. I'm gonna speak to him about doing a movie breakdown for Onward, because I know that he already has one. I don't know that he already has one, but I know he already has one. So anyway, that aside, I'll speak to him. But that thought led me to this thought. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the white man will tell you use his movies to tell you the entire truth. This is what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said in the 50s, 40s or whatever. He said that the white man will use his movies to give you the entire truth of yourself and himself in his movies. So for example, you'll be watching movies like Avatar and you'll be like, oh, I know this is about the planet, I don't know, whatever planet that is, and these are aliens, but that kind of looks like ancient, East Africans, and those look like Columbus and his invaders. And anyway, let's just watch the Avatar movie. You know what I'm saying? This is fun. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Or like, oh, the aliens come out from the sky and they're telling you everything in these films. Men in Black, oh, that's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Matrix, oh yeah, that's kind of... No, yeah. Watch Onward. Watch it. And if you wanna put the deepest truth in films, put it in a cartoon. If you want to speak about the most politics, if you want to tell a real truth, the harshest truth, the most rawest truth, put it in a cartoon. No one will ever know. No one will know. No one will know. Because it's in a fantasy. This is why, family, this is why griots were so important to African culture. This is why griots were so important to African culture, because it was the stories that held the memory. It was the stories that held the memories, family. Yes? And as Brother Andrew Muhammad, if you don't know about The Investigator, you need to get your life, because he does movie breakdowns every week, actually, I think. It's called Popcorn Tuesdays. Where I'll send the link maybe in Waroho House, or Dada Nads, you can send it if anyone else has the link. But tap into Brother Andrew Muhammad. He has been my mentor for years, and someone who's been opening up the community to supreme wisdom. And so he done a breakdown on Disney, and he broke down that Disney, listen to this, Disney grew up on in a place where they still had griots on the slave plantations. Disney grew up in a space where they still had griots in the slave plantations. And so they would tell stories, and certain stories like Brer Rabbit would be the ones Disney grew up hearing about. So again, a lot of these things and a lot of these stories, even the stories that Disney, some of the early stories that Disney has told, or even the man who invented Roger Rabbit. It wasn't Disney, it was the guy who invented Roger Rabbit and the Looney Tunes and all of these things. These people grew up in times where African storytelling and griots were very big and powerful. You see? Does that make sense? So, yeah, family, that's something to look into and be mindful of. All of that to say, family, this life, as I close, this life is about memory. This is about memory. This is about memory. It's not about your body, it's about memory. Are you living for yourself or for your children? I am a firm believer. This is my belief. A belief that runs my life. I am a firm believer in the life you live today is the life you live in the afterlife. Whatever life you live now is the life you experience in the next life. The energy you give and dedicate yourself to now is the energy you start back on. That's your zero. That is your zero in the next life. Now, my flesh cannot confirm this, but this is what my wisdom tells me. And that's all I need to know. You see? The life you are dedicated to now is the life you get to live in the afterlife. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. That is why you work. This is one level. I look at life like chakra levels. And you may have entered this realm at the root chakra. And your dedication to overcoming the experience of the root chakra is what will allow you to transcend to the next chakra level in life. You see? You enter in at the sacral, it will, your dedication, or you either go lower, which is hell, or you keep repeating the same level. Which can also be a hell if you keep experiencing the same shit. You see what I'm saying? It's classic Mario Brothers. It's the same as every game. It's like a video game. Come on, Beautifully Bad. That was beautifully good. Come on, Sarah. This is why I talk about the video game. Come on, family. Are you not clocking this right now? It's a game. It's a game, family. It's a game. It's a game. It's a game. All right, now. It's a game. And it's a game that we don't have to play alone. Well, we do have to play alone, but we don't have to be alone in the game. We can have our Luigi. We can have our Diddy Kongs. We can have our, do you get what I'm saying? We can have our, people that we do the missions with. This is what Waroho House is about. Remember that, family. Remember that. This is what Waroho House is about. It's to be a hub for people who are dedicated to this spiritual game. Chesaroho. This spiritual game, family. Chesaroho is a game of life, and it's to be a house for people who are dedicated to this game, where we can commune, where we can be students and become masters and create a support system for everyone. Yeah? And it's about what you are being dedicated to. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah? So, this is a game and this is it. What are you dedicated to becoming? What are you dedicated to becoming? And guess what? What's crazy about this game, family? Like, no one is here to govern you. I'm not here to govern you. I'm not going to be the one. If I make you feel bad, it's because of how hard I'm going on my own life. If I make you feel off, it's because about you are observing me facing the same life that you're facing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the one wagging my finger at anybody. I don't have the right to. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you want to dedicate yourself or if you want to fall off, that's entirely up to you and there's no judgment there. But like I said, look at the pin. Look at the pin. This is why this is our oath. Heaven is my right and my responsibility. So your experience of heaven should not rest in the hands of Mikel Amin. Because I show up, or one day I can't show up on Instagram, or, whatever circumstances happen, and la. There's no Chesaroho happening today. It's not happening. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not able to go live on Chesaroho today. That doesn't mean I'm not doing Chesaroho. It means I'm not able to go live. Do you understand? So you not doing Chesaroho, if Chesaroho is important to you, you not doing it should not be determined by me going live. I've created all the resources for you to continue to do Chesaroho, for example. Meaning every other day on YouTube, I upload Chesaroho videos. Also on the IGTV, you've got over 100 Chesaroho videos. You see? And which all the videos break down the game, the practice, the aim, and all of that. Doesn't mean I still love going live, and I will still endeavor to go live because I love it. I love it. But I can't go live today. You get what I'm saying? I can't be emotional about it. It's just not possible. Do you get what I'm saying? So, this is the moment where you go, well, what am I dedicated to becoming? Is Cesar Rojo a part of what I'm becoming? Then you must find a way. With the cameras off, Cesar Rojo is still happening in my life. I don't do it for you. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's similarly like that. When the camera's off, I'm still studying. When the camera's off, I'm still fasting. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm still thinking about these things. I'm still la 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 la. It's not about you. I'm just sharing with you memories. Put the mixtape on, yo. Facts. Yo, that mixtape. Big up you lot, man. Big up you lot. Thank you. I want to thank you lot because you guys inspired me to put out that Cesar Rojo mixtape. I'm going to be 100% real. If it wasn't for the game and the game that we created and the memory we created, that Cesar Rojo mixtape would not be in existence. Some of them songs would not be in existence. I'm going to give you lot the credit. It was playing Cesar Rojo with you that made me put out Wonderland. You lot got to realize, and this is what I'm saying about memory. I made Wonderland in 2015. I want you lot to understand this. I made Wonderland 5 years ago. Right? And I just made it because I went through this stint of just making stuff where I was just kind of just making things that it wasn't, because I was tired of making songs. I was tired of making songs and trying to make songs. And so I was like, I just want to make something that just blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't explain it. So I made it and then I left it. I was like, this is never going to be a song. Do you get what I'm saying? But look, Wonderland was tapping into a memory that I had not experienced in the flesh. And that memory was Cesar Rojo. Because lo and behold, 6 months into Cesar Rojo, and I just accidentally play Wonderland on the live. Literally, it just came on. And then everyone's like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, okay, let's play. And then it ends up being, and that allowed me to expand it to a 10-minute version. And now Wonderland is like the Cesar Rojo song. Do you get what I'm saying? So, memory. Today's live is about memory. I am here to help you remember heaven. I am here to be a remembrance of heaven. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here for. You see? Yeah? I'm here. And we're here to remember heaven together. Pamoja. That's the Swahili word of today. Pamoja. Pamoja. Pamoja means together. Moja is one. Pamoja means as one. Tuko pamoja. Watu wa roho inside. Tuko pamoja means we are together. Tu is we. Ko represents, I don't know, your thing. Tuko, it means we are together. Family, I'm getting the countdown. I want to say naku maisha. Watu wa roho. Peace in. Love out. And that was hilarious watching you guys try to do the peace in, love out on the live. That was funny. Family, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another live. Bless up.